The night turns cold. I open my laptop and pull up my banking history. Rows of numbers glow against the dark room. Each line a quiet confession of how much I've given. 1,000 here for rent. 200 there for bills. Every month, the same pattern repeating. My name, there needs my silence. Scrolling backward feels like rewinding my own foolishness. 3 years. Nearly $40,000. Money that could have been a home. A safety net. A future. Instead, it became proof of how easily love can be purchased. I whisper to no one. Dependable means invisible. My chest tightens. I search through old messages. Sweetie, just until payday. Can you cover the insurance? Promise we'll pay you back soon. They never did. The messages pile like snowdrifts, burying my boundaries. I click open social media, needing distraction, finding betrayal. My brother's video loads instantly. He's laughing on the family couch. The caption reads, ATM sister strikes again. He holds up the wireless headphones I sent for Christmas. Comments fill the screen. Must be nice to have a rich sister. Keep milking it. My stomach twists. I close the app, but the echo stays. Every memory now tastes false. Birthdays, holidays, emergencies, all transactions. They never called unless something broke or someone wanted. And I always answered. I always sent. Because that's what family does, right? Only now, I realize I'm the only one who believed that. I stare at the spreadsheet of transfers. The names feel foreign, like clients I once trusted too much. Each payment a piece of me chipped away. The screen blurs through tears I didn't feel coming. Not sadness, revelation. The pattern is perfect, mathematical, undeniable. Every no visit message pairs with a deposit. Every canceled holiday matches a transfer receipt. They weren't avoiding me for distance. They were avoiding the moment I might see the truth. That I wasn't a daughter anymore. I was a line item in their survival plan. My phone buzzes again. Dad. Hey, honey, quick favor. Rent due early this month. No mention of Christmas. No apology. Just expectation. I let the message sit unread, vibrating against the table. The blinking lights from the tree reflect on the screen. For the first time, I see their rhythm as something else. Not warmth, not comfort, but warning. Every flicker counts the years I've lost. My hand hovers over the keyboard. Something hardens inside me, not hate, but clarity. This is not love. This is data. And data doesn't lie. I open a new spreadsheet. Label the columns, date, amount, recipient, reason. I start documenting everything. Each entry a step away from them. Each number a piece of power reclaimed. 3 hours later, the total blinks at me. $37,842. I whisper it aloud, as if nomming the ghost of my devotion. And with that number, the illusion finally breaks. The morning light cuts through the blinds. I haven't slept. My eyes ache from staring at numbers that now feel like scars. The coffee tastes bitter, like guilt cooling in a cup. My phone vibrates. It's my boss, Aaron. You didn't join the meeting. His voice calm, not accusing. I whisper, family thing. He pauses, then says softly, take a day off. We'll cover for you. No demands. No guilt. Just space to breathe. I nod even though he can't see me. When was the last time someone offered help without taking something? The silence after the call feels strange, almost kind. Another knock startles me. Through the peephole, I see Mrs. Grant, my elderly neighbor. She holds a plate of cookies wrapped in foil. Your lights were on all night, she says gently. Everything all right, dear? I open my mouth, but no words come. She studies my face, reading what I can't say. I didn't speak to my daughter for 12 years, she whispers. Best decision I ever made, Peace is priceless. She presses the plate into my hands. The door closes, and I finally cry. Not because of pain, but because of kindness that costs nothing. 4 people. 4 gestures. Aaron, Mrs. Grant, my therapist, Dr. Reed, and even the barista who smiled this morning. All offering what my own family never did, compassion without a price tag. At 3:15, I sit in Dr. Reed's office, clutching a tissue. Her voice is steady, grounding. "You've been conditioned to believe love equals debt," she says. I stare at my shoes. "Then why does saying no feel like cruelty?" "Because you were taught that boundaries mean rejection," she replies. "But boundaries are how you find yourself again." The words stay with me as I walk home. The city hums around me, alive, indifferent. And yet I feel seen for the first time in years. At home, I check my phone. Another message from Mom. "We didn't mean to hurt you. Thought you were used to it." Used to it. 3 words sharper than any knife. Used to being excluded. Used to being drained. Used to being less than loved. I stare at the message until the letters blur. Then I delete it. No reply. No explanation owed. My chest feels lighter. Not empty, just quiet. I pour the untouched coffee down the sink. It swirls dark, disappearing like the excuses I've swallowed. Outside, kids laugh, dragging sleds through melting snow. Life continues, effortlessly. I watch them and realize I want that ease again. Not money. Not approval. Just peace. I open my notebook and write one line. What if I stop being their savior? The question feels dangerous and liberating all at once. For the first time, I imagine a future that belongs only to me. No requests. No repayments. Only freedom waiting at the edge of courage. 3 days pass. The world feels heavier but clearer. Snow melts on the city streets, leaving gray slush and silence. I'm at work early, trying to hide inside routine. Emails, charts, numbers, all safe, predictable. Then my phone lights up. "Dad." 8 missed calls. I don't answer. When I look up, he's already in the lobby. The sight freezes me. He shouldn't know where I work. He's wearing the coat I bought him last year. The one he said was too expensive for home. I walk toward him, heart pounding but steps steady. "Dad, what are you doing here?" His smile is practiced, charming for the strangers watching. Can a father visit his daughter? "This isn't the place," I whisper. He lowers his voice. "We need to talk about rent. Property taxes came up early." I feel every pair of eyes in the lobby turn toward us. He leans closer. "Just a small favor, sweetheart. Family helps family." The word family tastes like rust. I take a slow breath. I asked why I wasn't invited to Christmas. He blinks, pretending confusion. "That's what this is about." "Yes, you said you couldn't afford it. I saw the photos." His jaw tightens. "You've always been dramatic." "No," I say quietly. "I've always been useful." His hand finds my elbow, trying to steer me away. I pull free. "You drove 4 hours to ask for money, not to see me." He looks around, realizing people are listening. The mask slips. His tone turns cold. "You've changed. You think you're better than us." "No," I reply. "I'm just done paying to belong." I motion to security. "Please escort him out. He's not cleared for entry." The guard hesitates, then nods. My father's voice booms behind me. "You'll regret this, Anna." But I keep walking. The elevator doors close, like a curtain between past and present. Inside, my reflection trembles. Not from fear, from release. Back at my desk, I open my banking app. Automatic payments stare back like ghosts. Rent transfer, cancel. Insurance policy, cancel. Family phone plan, cancel. Each confirmation feels like a breath of oxygen. A text arrives from my brother. Dad says you're being ridiculous, after all we've done for you. I press delete without reading further. For once, silence feels powerful. The office hums around me, unaware that I'm rebuilding my life one click at a time. My hands stop shaking. I whisper to the screen, "This isn't revenge, it's clarity." I close the banking app and open a travel page. A new city glows on the screen. Denver. A place without ghosts. A place to start over. I book a one-way flight for Friday. When the confirmation email arrives, I finally exhale. Freedom fits awkwardly at first, but it fits. The plane lands in Denver under a pale winter sky. The air feels thinner, cleaner, almost forgiving. I drag 2 suitcases across the parking lot, my whole life reduced to wheels and zippers. The apartment is small but bright, with wide windows and quiet walls. No photos yet. No reminders. Just space. That night I unpack slowly, touching each object like proof that I exist beyond them. Every book, every mug, every note from my old life becomes lighter here. The silence no longer feels like punishment. It feels like room to breathe. I set up my laptop on the kitchen counter and open the file I created. Family Support Documentation, 2021 to 2024. Rows of data stare back at me, precise and emotionless. Each dollar accounted for, each lie cataloged. I add new evidence, screenshots, messages, the GoFundMe my father posted. The caption reads, "Daughter abandoned us during our hardest time." The story twists reality until I'm the villain. I take a screenshot, attach it to the folder and whisper, "Not this time." A notification pings. Unusual login detected. I trace the IP address, my parents' house. They're still watching my accounts. Still trying to control what they no longer own. I change every password, delete every link to the past. Each reset feels like cutting another invisible cord. When I'm done, my reflection in the screen looks different. Not stronger yet, but awake. The next morning, I walk to a cafe down the street. The barista smiles. "New here?" "Yes," I answer, and it feels like a confession and a promise. She writes my name on the cup, the right way. A small kindness that feels enormous. Later that day, I call Aaron. "I'm transferring to the Denver office," I tell him. He sounds proud, not surprised. "You deserve a fresh start," he says. The words linger long after the call ends. Days pass quietly. No texts. No demands. The world doesn't collapse without them. It expands. I start painting again. Colors I once denied myself spill across the canvas. Not navy, not beige, crimson, teal, gold. Each stroke feels like reclaiming a language I'd forgotten. At night, I sit by the window and watch the city lights blur into constellations. I make a list of things I want to do for me. Travel. Learn Italian. Adopt a dog. Save for a home that's mine alone. When the phone buzzes with another unknown Missouri number, I let it ring. The sound no longer hooks into my chest. It's just noise now. I delete the voicemail without listening. Freedom, it seems, is not a sudden escape, but a series of quiet choices. Each one simple. Each one final. And for the first time in my life, every decision points forward. The letter arrives on a Tuesday morning. The envelope is cream-colored, my mother's handwriting precise as always. I stare at it for a long time before opening it. Inside are 3 pages, folded carefully, smelling faintly of her perfume. The scent drags me backward, to birthdays and Sunday dinners. I unfold the first page and start to read. "Dearest Anna, we're worried about you." She writes about Dad's health, my brother's struggles, the emptiness of the house. She says they didn't mean to hurt me. They thought I was strong enough to understand. She calls my silence cruel. She says family means forgiveness. My throat burns as I turn to the second page. We miss your voice. Your father can't sleep. Tessa cries at night. Every sentence is a hook baited with guilt. The final paragraph promises a new beginning. Let's go to counseling. Let's heal. We'll be better. Then a postscript. We enclosed a small check, $200 to show good faith. I turn the envelope upside down. Nothing falls out. Just air. Just lies. I laugh quietly, a sound halfway between grief and relief. They still think I'm desperate to believe them. I walk to my laptop and open a new email. To familymitchell@gmail. Subject, terms of future contact. I type slowly, each word a boundary carved in stone. I received your letter. There was no check enclosed. I'm not surprised. Attached, documentation of all financial transfers from the past 3 years. I outline 3 conditions. 1. Individual therapy for at least 6 months, receipts required. 2. A full written accounting of every lie told. 3. No financial requests for 5 years. 30 days to respond before this email address is deleted. I sign it with my full name. Then I press send. The whoosh of delivery sounds like freedom breaking loose. Almost immediately, my phone vibrates. Unknown number, Missouri area code. I let it ring. The next message appears seconds later. Why are you doing this? We're family. Another follows. You're punishing us, after all we've done for you. I block the number. The silence that follows is perfect. Outside, snow begins to fall. The flakes catch the city light, drifting softly past my window. I pour a glass of wine and stand in the glow of my unfinished painting. Red and gold streaks run across the canvas, wild and alive. My phone buzzes again, a new email. This time from my brother. Hope you're happy, Dad's furious. I delete it without opening. No anger this time, only peace. Every message I ignore feels like a door closing behind me. Every breath I take feels like my own again. When I shut down the laptop, the reflection in the black screen smiles back. It's me, the version that no longer explains, apologizes, or pays to be loved. A year passes quietly, like a long exhale. Denver feels like home now. The walls of my apartment are lined with color. Paintings lean against every surface, waiting for their first gallery show. The air smells of cinnamon and pine. I hang a handmade wreath on the door, steady hands, no tremor left. The tree twinkles with ornaments I chose myself. No heirlooms, no obligations, only joy. Tonight I'm hosting Christmas dinner for the first time. Friends, not relatives. People who ask nothing but my presence. Erin brings wine. Maya from the art studio brings her laughter. Mrs. Grant brings her famous lemon pie. The apartment fills with warmth that money can't buy. Someone asks for a toast. I rise, glass trembling slightly, but not from fear. Last Christmas I sat alone, I begin. I sent gifts to people who pretended I didn't exist. The room quiets. This year, I'm surrounded by people who see me, not what I can give. Glasses clink softly. The sound feels like a heartbeat rediscovered. Laughter follows, easy and bright. For the first time, I don't flinch when joy finds me. Later, after the guests leave, I stand by the window with my dog at my feet. Snow drifts through the Denver night, glowing under the streetlights. My phone buzzes on the table. A familiar Missouri number flashes. Mom. It rings, persistent, then stops. No voicemail. Just silence. I don't feel anger anymore. Only distance, clean and calm. I pet my dog and watch the city lights blur into gold. This is peace, I realize. Not the absence of sound, but the absence of fear. I pour myself a cup of tea, the same ritual every night. The mug reads, mine in small cursive letters. A gift I bought for myself. The easel by the window holds a new canvas. I dip the brush in crimson, then gold. Colors that once felt forbidden. Freedom glows in each stroke. The painting takes shape, mountains at sunrise, endless sky. The same view I see every morning when I wake. I think about the woman I was a year ago. The one who begged to be seen. The one who mistook giving for love. She deserved better, and now she has it. The clock ticks toward midnight. Somewhere, my family might still tell stories about the daughter who left. Let them. They can keep their fiction. I have the truth. My reflection in the window smiles back. Outside, the snow keeps falling, soft and steady. I whisper into the quiet, I'm home. The city holds the sound like a secret. No tears this time, no hesitation. Just warmth spreading through the stillness. Last Christmas, I lost a family. This Christmas, I found one, the kind made of peace, purpose, and choice. The night ends without noise, only light, and it is enough. The city sleeps under a silver sky. Snow glows softly on the rooftops below. I stand by the window, holding a cup of tea gone cold. My phone lights up again, another number I don't recognize. It rings once, then fades into silence. No message. No demand. Just quiet. I let the phone rest face down on the counter. The hum of the heater, the faint ticking of the clock, all that remains. A year ago, I would have answered. I would have explained. Begged to be understood. Now I understand myself. The past still exists, but it no longer owns me. I take a deep breath and watch the sky pale toward dawn. The light slips across my canvas, soft and golden. It touches every color I chose for myself. Crimson, gold, teal, the language of freedom. The phone stays silent. The world feels vast and new. I smile at my reflection in the glass. For the first time, the silence doesn't ache. It sings. And in that quiet, I know I am free.